Greetings, Frederick Riddle here with another Christian news and views. This is episode 162. I do apologize to you if you hear some background noise. That is the people are tending to the lawn and everything outside, and the sound is coming through. So uh, I just apologize for that. Just understand that I have no control over that. Okay, this is Tuesday, and I am talking now about a thing that happened this past weekend. Uh, Here's the article. Mistakenly deported Salvadoran native Kilmar Abrego Garcia appeared in a Tennessee courtroom Friday, hours after he was brought back to the United States to face criminal charges for allegedly transporting undocumented migrants within the U.S. More than 2 months after the Trump administration admitted it mistakenly deported Abrego Garcia from Maryland to his native El Salvador, a two-count indictment unsealed Friday alleges that he participated in a years-long conspiracy to haul undocumented migrants from Texas to the interior of the country. If convicted at trial, the defendant faces a maximum punishment of 10 years imprisonment for each alien he transported, said the government's motion for detention, which also contained an allegation not included in the indictment that one of Abrego Garcia's co-conspirators told authorities that Abrego Garcia participated in the murder of a rival gang member's mother in El Salvador. Abrego Garcia's attorney, in an online press briefing, called the charges against his client an abuse of power. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is placed in the back seat of a truck by ICE agents when he first arrived in Nashville, Tennessee. That was on June 6th. Okay, they'll stop at nothing at all, even some of the most preposterous charges imaginable, just to avoid admitting that they made a mistake, which is what everybody knows happened in this case, said attorney Simon Sandoval Moschenberg. Mr. Garcia is going to be vigorously defending the charges against him, the attorney said. Okay, here's my opinion. Now, the article is considerably longer than what I've reported on here. Um, from what I could tell, the rest of it was just simply on the history of the case, um, and also charges that the attorney is making, which I guess you would expect a defense attorney to make. Um, it seemed primarily to lean against the Trump administration and for the defendant, which isn't surprising considering the source. Because of time and that understanding of the content, I have not included it here. But you can find out more on your own if you so desire. Just simply go and Google it. In this particular article, I believe was ABC, but there were others out there as well. Now, to issue a warrant requires more than a judge or a court simply ordering the return of an individual. A warrant requires facts. Another factor not given is when the warrant was issued, when it was presented to El Salvador, and when that government honored it. At the very least, that would shed some light on the case. But the defense attorneys seem to me to simply be trying to put a positive spin on his client's situation by making accusations against the Trump administration. There's nothing new in that. We see that all the time. And it's not always about the Trump administration. Defense attorneys are going to put the most positive spin they can on their client, and they have that right. And one, they might even argue it's not only their right, it's their responsibility to do that. So I'm not going to say anything negative about the lawyer here. I'm just saying that that's what it seems to be he was doing. What little facts that we know seem to bear out the fact that he is a felon and that he needs to be brought to justice of some sort. But the courts are going to do this. That's why we have the court system we do. And so he's going to have his day in court, and the system will determine his future. It may have been convoluted rather, but this whole episode shows that our form of government works. It doesn't work as fast as we want it to, as clean as we want it to. It doesn't it can get pretty messy, but it does work. Now we wait for the outcome. And so that's pretty much my opinion, but I do want to go on a little bit further here. He's not a citizen of the United States. He's undocumented. So they kind of blur things. And they say he's got this right and this right and this right. And even the courts have got to blurring it. The Constitution is for American citizens. So I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not going to try to go down case by case or law by law or whatever and say these are rights for citizens and these are not. We have to trust the court system to some degree on this, maybe to the entire degree. But logic says that there are only certain rights he has as an undocumented maybe alien immigrant. He's not a citizen. And there are rights that go with being a citizen of any country. And there are those who, if you're not a citizen of that country, rights you don't have. And so hopefully they will work that out. We have a case going on right here in Florida that your heartstrings are pulled because of what's going on. But these are undocumented people, again, an entire family. And so you want to be as humanely done as possible, but there are definite things that have to be done to get the immigration situation under control. And it's almost a case-by-case thing. In the case of Garcia, I think that he's going to have his day in court, and that is a right even for a non-citizen to have their day in court. And so we'll see how that all turns out. It's up to the government to prove their case. It sounds like they got a lot of evidence. We'll just have to see and wait and see on that. But if the evidence is correct, then the 10 years for every person that he smuggled across probably be the rest of his life. That something may sound harsh, but these people were being transported, and not necessarily, they were not being dealt with honestly themselves. And we don't know what happened to them. But again, we have to trust. And it's not easy to do. We want to have answers now. We feel we have the right to know what's going on. And to some degree we do. But there are the steps that have to be taken, constitutional steps, local government steps, all those things have to be taken care of. And we'll just have, you and I just have to exercise some patience and wait and see how they work out. But it looks like they are starting to work out, and we'll just see where it goes from here. Well, that's my take on the news today. I hope you enjoy this channel. If you do, right down here, right about there, you'll find the opportunity to subscribe to my channel, TR Independent Books. And when you do something that you not only get access to my content, to my episodes, but you encourage me to inform you, to encourage you, and even to inspire you. And so I hope that I accomplish that. That is my goal. Whether you agree that goal was met or not is simply up to you. I have no say in that. You are the judge. But if you do have an agreement or disagreement, please feel free to comment. I will read them. I'll look at them and read them and maybe even respond to them, either there in a comment or maybe create a special episode just for that case. Well, that's it for today, and you have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode.